everyone, it's Farket here. In this video, I'm going to go over the poll I created some time ago on the Forest Wiki. It's what new feature would you want to see the most in the forest? The reason I started this is I was hoping that the developers would be able to see it and get an idea of what the community kind of expects or wants from the game. And the results were fairly surprising to me because I actually voted for this one, cheat mod prevention for multiplayer. I only got 36 votes, 3%. It's got the female playable character, 15%, just totally destroyed it. The reason I voted for this one because I've always wanted to start a server for people to play on and maybe run it through Patreon or something like that. But I've tried doing a test on the Discord and it's very difficult. It only takes one bad egg to come in and use the griefer mod and destroy everything. There's not much I can do about it. Though if you haven't voted on this poll, make sure you go over and do it. And hopefully the developers can get a whiff of what the community wants from the game. If the developers aren't aware of it, hopefully someone in the Forest Reddit Discord can notify them. That might bring it to their attention. Now, I've been meaning to do a specific video on this stuff. As a whole, I think the community has a better idea of what should be added. Now, what I originally predicted was that cheat mod prevention would be a bit higher, not down here. Though I did predict new buildings would be probably at the top. Though I did predict bigger maps should be up further than where it was. Though I did add more content to the current map because that's just something I believe in. The current map I think is big enough, they just need more content in it. Make a lot of the areas more buildable, maybe fix up some of the patrol routes, stuff like that. New weapons I did predict would be down here. There's a lot of weapons in the game. And if they were going to make different weapons, they'd have to make them different. Like there's 6 or 7 axes in the game. We don't really need that many. More weapons that are unique would be better though. More story elements, I didn't know where that would sit. I don't know how many people actually care about the story that much. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it. That's why I haven't done many videos on it. New enemies, yeah, I think that was important. I think people want to see new mutants rather than new cannibals because they just reskin the cannibals. I think people want to see a different kind of mutant, maybe a ranged one. I think that's something that I would want to see. The female playable character, that one, I think a lot of people want it by now. I'm surprised they haven't added one already. I've seen a lot of requests for it, and a lot of females do play the game. But it's just good to have a change, and to add more variables to the game, and new buildings at the top, of course. This game is pretty much predominantly building. I think that's what's carried the forest to the extent of where it is now. The customized features of the game, it leaves the building system very open-ended to what you can do in the game. It's almost on the same level as Minecraft, whereas games like Stranded Deep and Subnautica, it's limited to prefabs basically. You can't really do much. It's not very custom. At the time of recording this video, it's got 1,315 votes. I think that's a good poll sample for the community. I did have IP duplication checking on it, so people couldn't double vote. Though that's pretty easy to get around that. Though I don't know why people want to exploit this poll. It's just a wiki poll. Though whether we'll see new content being added still, I'm not sure. The developers are on a bit of a hiatus at the moment. A new patch hasn't dropped in over a month. I believe they're working on the PlayStation 4 version of the game. And I have a feeling they've run into hurdles. Probably why we haven't heard anything. I guess it's to be expected of a small development team. But I think one of two things is going to happen. We're going to see an expansion pack and they're going to add more content, or they might just keep updating the game. They are a business and they want to make money. The game's relatively cheap for what it contains. I expect that an expansion would be the most likely outcome for this. Especially with a new ending added. I don't know if you've seen it, this isn't really spoiler, but it leaves some information that an expansion might be added to the game. But we'll see. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers.